Hello everybody and welcome to VVS Dark. Here exclusively on YouTube, the best of our unaired section is uploaded for your enjoyment. We're going to get straight into the first of 4 fights this evening. 2 fighters struggling for form at this point in Season 2. Roars X against King Jungle coming in at the featherweight division. And we shall see which of them can pick up the W. Here we go, round 1 of a possible 3. Roars with that big kick early off the field body kick. And he's whiffed now on that hook. A lot of activity here from Roars, but he is, as of now, for the most part, fighting the air and losing as King Jungle comes in pressing with those massive... Oh! Big shot early for Roars here. He has King Jungle on the ropes. He's got King Jungle down. Up against the cage. This is trouble early for King Jungle. And the takedown there, completed by Roars. You have to think this isn't where he wants to be at, especially not now. As fucking King Jungle. Thank God it's not Gabriel. King Jungle gets on top and he's moved into half guard. Wait. Roars has assisted grappling on. Oh no. What an idiot. He can't fucking grapple with that. Oh, how's he done that then? How has he actually done something successful with those grappling settings? That is... I don't know who that says more about, to be honest, but it is what it is. We're back on the feet, 2 minutes left in the round. A round that has been, for the most part, one-way traffic. A lot of kicks coming out of Roars, but to this point, it has been the hands that have really been able to make the difference for Roars. The Welsh wanker, I've heard people call him. Everyone calls him that. Great people, everyone's saying it, but... Hook to the body. The body, block, and head health for King Jungle are all not looking good here. But with that power and that Taporia pick, this fight could change in a moment's notice. Well out of range with that attempted front kick to the face. And that is the first round. You have to imagine that is a comfortable round for Roars. But as I said, King Jungle, he's still in this one. Here we go now to start the second round. Neither fighter really able to land at a high accuracy to this point in the fight. I'll be honest, I'm a bit perplexed. Oh, nice check hook though. That landed. But for the most part, I'm just lonely, firstly, because I'm doing this on my own again. But this is riveting stuff, really. Ooh, misses on that spinning kick. But I don't really understand the thinking behind what either of them are doing to this point in the fight. Like, Roars has a massive advantage in terms of health stats. He should be trying to just go in, break that block, land combinations, and put King Jungle down again. And King Jungle is kind of at a point where he needs to force the issue. He's lucky with that Tapuria pick that he would be able to possibly do big damage with 1 or 2 punches, but instead he is just sitting and waiting for Roars to go first. And when Roars does go first, he's typically out of range, but the problem is he's so far out of range that you actually can't capitalize on it, because by the time you close the distance, he's reset and he's ready to throw again. Goes for that cartwheel kick, does not land, whiffs another combination. Another check hook. And a nice pull, and oh, that's it! King Jungle knocked out in the second. A victory for Roars. What a knockout. Let's see that again, EA. Come on. Pulls the overhand. That is an advantage you get with using someone as tall as Max Holloway in the featherweight division. You can do things with head movement that really shouldn't work, but his frame makes it so you can pull strikes that you shouldn't be able to pull with a smaller fighter, and Roars there takes full advantage of that extra bit of height to pull the overhand, put the uppercut out there, and King Jungle went out. We're going to swiftly move on to our next fight here. We have Mr. Noodles, a culinary expert, and he's also vicious in the octagon, going up against Dawn, famous for eradicating spending from VVS altogether, and he was looking to get his second win of Season 2, his victory over spending, his sole entry in the win column to this point of the season. Here at the welterweight division, is he going to go for that mirror match? Just a quick observation at the sparring records. They are heavily in Mr. Noodle's favour. And Dawn going with the Leon Edwards pick. With that JDM pick, you have to imagine this is going to be a standing affair.
Ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Leon Rocky Edwards, the perennial welterweight contender.
Joined here by John Anik and Daniel Cormier.
For my money, I just feel like people
five
don't
rounds,
give him the
that's
credit
all right.
he deserves for just the overall
Well, it's not,
martial arts game and acumen. And when we talked to him about his striking this week, he said, "Hey, come on, man, I can grapple too." We'll see how he chooses to proceed tonight. Oh, another blistering combination there. Really starting to do a nice job stringing shots together.
And you can see the damage in his opponent's body, his face, his body, his legs.
And with them both
him
landing
up
early.
on all the targets. It's not one guy just headhunting.
Could just be
He's
a
finding
case
every
of
opening that he
lands
presents to
first
him.
clean
Oh,
counter.
he lands a hook. Big knee there.
Nice elbow puck.
Damage
Mr.
done. Bleeding
Noodles.
from his cheek now.
And a big elbow from Mr. Noodles. Puts Dawn on the floor.
Edwards gets it.
Oh my God! What a knockout from Mr. Noodles. what?
That right there was a
A
high-level
shot.
knockout, ladies and gentlemen. Crowd absolutely
I said
loving it.
this
Just
could
a
be the first person to land a clean
fight,
counter.
landed flush. I'm not even sure
And
his
he
opponent saw it
intercepts
coming.
that
So,
hook
a
attempt with an
huge, huge
uppercut.
win
And that
for
is
that young
all
fighter
she
here tonight.
wrote. Practically a perfect performance from Mr. Noodles. And yet another defeat for Dawn. I think it's safe to say though that
inside
his
the octagon,
record
Bruce
deceives
Buffer
him
has your official
because
decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 41 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout, Jack Della Maddalene!
And as I was saying, I feel like Dawn's record to this point in Season 2 is really doing him a disservice. I think he is a lot better, and we've seen that through Season 1, that he is a lot better than his record is currently illustrating for the people. But there's only so much you can do when you're coming up against such stiff opposition. Mr. Noodles, former title challenger, and he has struggled in the grappling, but this fight was always going to be a striking battle, and with Mr. Noodles on the feet, you can never bet against him, as he showed so beautifully with that big uppercut knockout. Coming up next now, in our second to last fight on this video, 8 Inches Soft is getting his rematch against Pro Plan. And here we go. We're here. 3 rounds, I believe it's... Yeah, it's lightweight, because it's the alter ego Ferguson, which has been chosen by 8 Inches Soft, and 8 Inches has dropped him early and slammed him to the mat. Gets straight on the back, cinches in that rear naked choke. Doesn't have a lot of stamina to really get it, but he goes into mount. Lands a tiny bit of ground and pound there, but Pro Plan able to recover into half guard. But able to slip that bit of ground and pound, and now Pro Plan is on top, and he's locked in a Von Flew. This here is one of 8 Inches Soft's favourite submissions. So you have to think possibly getting one on 8 Inches Soft could have a massive mental effect, but he isn't able to get it.
Work, come on, stand you up, let's work.
Hey, scramble, get up! Scramble, sit up!
8 Inches Soft there, possibly looking to get into side control on top, but instead now Pro Plan is locked in a guillotine early in the first. But 8 Inches Soft is just about able to escape. You have to think a little bit more patience from Pro Plan, and that could have been a dangerous position. But Pro Plan now back into half guard, and he's locked in that Von Flew again. And that there forced a desperate escape, worked his way into side control with that Von Flew, worked down that submission meter a substantial amount. Pretty much the ideal start here for Pro Plan as we are looking with 1 minute left. But now, 8 Inches Soft, he went for that Kawara, but Pro Plan went for that submission reversal. Spinning back fist from 8 Inches Soft. Oh, a Superman punch and body work, and that there was Not the end of the round. Pro Plan was hoping for. Oh fuck, I forgot he got knocked down.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Whoops. Here we go now. Into round 2. And oh! Big spinning heel kick. And a flying knee attempt way off the mark for 8 inches soft. But that is a big moment here in this early stage of the second round. And he denies that takedown attempt. You have to imagine after that desperate escape being forced in the first round, 8 inches soft is going to look to try get this back onto the feet. But now here's Pro Plan with the darts, and this could be it. He's gone into back flop. Will he reach for the choke? 8 inches soft does not let him going into half guard. And that is a choice. I wouldn't have done that personally if I was Pro Plan there. He seemed to have the advantage on the ground, but he chose to get up, and now he's dealing with the striking of 8 inches soft again. It is soft to his knees. And here is 8 inches soft. 8 inches soft shooting the takedown. Denies that transition. Is he going to look here? Also, he was trying to transition into side saddle. But, oh, now he's got north-south. Pro Plan had north-south there for a minute off the transition denial. But, 8 inches soft. Quick on his feet, or off his back, I guess. Now, Pro Plan has re-gotten up and decides to get up completely. Another big kick to the head. But he really needs to watch that stamina. He's doing a lot of big strikes. Of course, that desperate escape came from a choke, which also had a bad effect on his stamina. And you're really starting to see it now. Pro Plan opening up quite a wide stamina advantage. And that is the end of round 2. We're coming on to the final round now of this fight. Difficult to score.
Ready.
Hopefully,
Ready.
we will not need to see those scorecards. 8 inches soft. We'll have to hope that the bit of stamina that he has left will be enough to carry him through. If this does indeed go to a decision, he's on top here early in the round. Postures up to land shots from knee on belly. Second knee, unable to get through. And that takedown there just about gets through for 8 inches soft. A lot of transition denials here. Against the side control, that was a dangerous move there from 8 inches soft for no real gain. But now 8 inches soft has worked his way through, to side saddle. And giving up the back. Now he's falling victim. heavy ground and pound from 8 inches soft. Halfway through this final round, still anyone's fight here. The Pro Plan needs to find a way to get back on top, because otherwise this fight that looked so promising for him in the first round at times will slip away from him. And 8 inches soft decides to be the one to bring this back to the feet. Another spinning kick lands, but it does not have the same sauce behind it that it did in the first 2 rounds. He's really gassing out now at this stage, but he denies that takedown. He would have been slammed, and that would have had an even bigger impact on the gas tank. And oh, he goes for that big knee, but it just doesn't come out quite fast enough for him as Pro Plan gets him into side control, and he really has to work now. 1 minute left in the fight. He could really do with a big submission. Denies that up into the clinch attempt. If he'd have gotten the submission reversal after that, it could have been curtains. But here we are now, just over 30 seconds left in this fight. He went for the heel hooks, but Pro Plan with a brilliant submission reversal. But 8 inches soft, able to escape that arm triangle right at the end of the fight. Really difficult one to score. This could conceivably go either way. We're not getting an official reading, we'll just see it pop up who has won. The decision has gone the way of 8 inches soft here, victorious over Pro Plan. They are now 1-1. And 8 inches soft will surely go up the rankings after avenging that defeat. And it was a really good fight, back and forth. Personally, I wish that one was 5 rounds. I thought they were both really at that desperate stage where someone was going to have to pull it out of the fire. But in the end, we go to a decision after 15 minutes. But fear not. If you want to see 8 inches soft and Pro Plan duke it out again, we will be live on YouTube and Twitch on Saturday at 8 PM GMT for the first event in our new WWE Wing Sports Entertainment Syndicate, where Pro Plan and 8 inches soft will main event the first card with yours truly, Stone Cold Steve Austin, as the special guest referee. And it promises to be an absolute slobber knocker. But without any further ado, we will move on to the main event of this edition of VVS Dark, and what we are looking at here is possibly a title eliminator. 2 very high ranked competitors in the Xbox division, Austin JG and Child. Both boasting impressive records to this point in Season 2. And we will see now which of them will possibly be marching on to fight the GOAT of MMA this Sunday on VVS 2. 10 live fights, but here is the last fight this evening. And here we go. Austin with that Robert Whittaker pick, going with the alter ego. Child with that alter ego. Chris Weidman, a favoured pick of his. And he lands that hook early. Switches into southpaw. I don't know what this Weidman switch stance is like. Maybe it's really good. I don't know. He doesn't strike me as someone that can switch stance. He's a bit of a donkey. But oh, big shot early for Austin. And another big shot, and he's put Child down here in the first minute of the fight. And oh, attempts that turning takedown, not able to do so. Umchild was wise to it, but he wasn't wise to that one. Another big shot for Austin here early in the fight. Working that clinch now has Umchild up against the cage. But Umchild answering back with big shots of his own. Lands that flying knee. He has that head health a bit low, but wasn't able to capitalize on the possible opportunity there. Austin, one of the best strikers in VVS today, and he has caught him again. Big shots raining down now from Mount. And that elbow, and that's going to be it, folks. Austin knocks out Umchild in round 1. Just over 2 minutes into the fight, but it was practically a demolition job from the Brit. Able to put Umchild away and possibly be marching on to a title shot this Sunday. Massive strikes landed, multiple knockdowns. And it was just pressure from the first bell until Big Herb Dean had to separate them.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 9 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by TKO, Robert the Reaper Whittaker!
And with that, this edition of VVS Dark has come to an end. We will catch you on Saturday for the first event in the Sports Entertainment Syndicate, and we will catch you on Sunday for VVS 2.